In this video, I get ripped off by some Italian children, eat some amazing seafood, and get caught in a dangerous game of catch. The name Cinque Terre literally means the five lands. Riomaggore, Manarola, Corniglia, Vernazza, and Montorosso al Mare have survived for centuries against attacks from the Turks, Tunisians, and Algerians. The steep cliffs and choppy waters make it difficult to mount an effective offensive from the sea, while the mountains and the precarious passes through them provide a natural defense from inland threats. Today, it's just one of the most beautiful places in Italy, and indeed the world. Alright, just got off the train here in Corniglia. We are now officially in one of the Cinque Terre towns, about halfway through. And it's a cloudy day, which actually might be a blessing in disguise, because if we're going to be like walking and hiking between these towns, the sun beating down on you, it would definitely become more difficult. I think it's going to clear up eventually. It's actually nice right now because it's not like, probably like almost 10 degrees colder. What the hell is that? You see all those stairs? You about that life, or are we taking the train and moving on to the next town?
Yeah, this feels like it has less of like a town.
It does have a town, it's just not at this level, yeah. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, I think we could do it.
We could do it. All right, cool. We're going up into the stairs.
I got my coffee.
Yeah, your coffee. With only one day to see as much of it as possible, I decided to start the journey from Corniglia. Hike to Vernazza before catching the train to Montorosso al Mare, where hopefully there'll be a beach chair and a cold drink waiting for me. Okay. Yeah, pharmacy at the top of the stairs. That's reassuring, I guess. All right, we made it. Jams. Church bells going.
Oh, you're sweaty.
It wasn't that bad though, right?
No, 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's like, it's not like steep, narrow stairs. It's just like a very like manageable gradient. When you imagine a quaint Italian village, you're probably picturing something that looks a lot like Corniglia. Narrow cobblestone streets, laundry gently drying in the Mediterranean breeze, and that glow of the sun painting everything with that soft pastel light. So the sun came out, which is great, but also worrisome. Maybe we could get on our way. We spent a lot of time in Corniglia, and there's really like nothing else to do here. Before leaving Corniglia and setting out on the 3.5-kilometer hike in the midday sun, we decided to hydrate by trying out some of the local drink.
Due limonate? Due limonate? Sì, quanto? Ma non abbiamo più limoni. No? Ah. Questo sta bene. Ok. Con lo zucchero sì. No. Ah, sì. Ora ce l'ho. Guarda,
How's it?
It's really good. It's like freshly squeezed orange juice and fizzy water. Okay, those kids definitely ripped me off, but I gotta respect the hustle. As challenging as maybe this hike can be, and it's challenging. There's like loose rocks I'm walking on right now. The stairs aren't as like smooth and even as they were going up to Corniglia. But I think if you just did the train and just took the train from one town to the next, it would all just start to feel like very boring and monotonous. Like you get to a town, there's a cafe, gelateria, pizza place, same stuff. When else do you get to walk through olive trees and lime and peaches, lemon? It is more challenging, obviously, than just taking an air-conditioned train, but I think it's definitely worth doing. By the time we arrived in Vernazza, I was getting pretty hangry, and I know exactly what to do about that. Being seaside, I had to get some fresh seafood, and I saw a bunch of people eating this, and it just looks so good. It's just fried anchovies, like battered and fried anchovies, battered and fried calamari, served in a cone. Fresh, good, salty, lemony goodness. It's one of the best things I guess I've had in Italy. It's fresh fried seafood. Simple, fresh, delicious. And I guess maybe that's the principle that should be applied to all Italian food. Simple, fresh. So good. The Pixar film Luca is set in the fictional town of Montorosso, which is a composite of the 5 towns of Cinque Terre. But the main piazza is unmistakably inspired by Vernazza. You can't just spend a day walking around in the inviting waters that connect Cinque Terre. At some point, you need to get in. So we hopped on the train to Montorosso al Mare, the last town in Cinque Terre. Now we have arrived at Montorosso al Mare, and I think this is the biggest of the 5 towns that make up Cinque Terre, and certainly the busiest and the one with the best beach. I chickened out of jumping from the rocks in Amalfi, but I am not gonna punk out this time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That night was the Euro Cup final, where Italy would battle England for European football glory. I thought the city of La Spezia would be an idyllic background to take in the drama of football, but every restaurant serving a traditional Italian menu was full. Lucky for us, Italy is changing. So we ended up here at a Punjabi, Indian, Pakistani restaurant. They got a big TV, I got a good view of it. They had a table for us, and probably some of the only spicy food in the entire city. Yeah, so anyway, food's gonna be great. Hopefully the game matches the spiciness of the food. As I'm watching Italy play for a championship while eating traditional Italian biryani with traditional Italian seek kebabs, I can't help but wonder what Italy will be like in 10, 15, or even 20 years. Italy is resistant to change. Some may see the changing demographics in a city like La Spezia as a threat to their traditions, even if those very traditions evolved from centuries of external influences and contributions.
Palla tagliata, messa fuori, c'è Pirlo, Pirlo, ancora Pirlo di tacco, tiro, gol!
Time will tell how Italian traditions will evolve as the population gets more diverse, but I can confidently say that it will include football. Because if only for tonight, everyone was feeling that same sense of national pride, and no one, except me, was thinking about what it really means to be Italian.
Everything in this like smoke. These smoke bombs, looks like Roger Deakins shot it or something. Decided to leave the area where I was at because it seemed to get a pretty hostile, a couple incidents of violence. I just needed to get out of there. It's just not an environment I want to be in right now. Let's keep it celebratory and joyous.